Minister have to say?
Thank you so much, Nombo. You know, one thing about conferences is that they're just talking heads, but we get to know certain factors about certain sectors that we probably didn't know about. You know, Limpopo has 136 mines, and it contributes about 25% towards GDP, employing about 90,000 people, becoming, of course, the third largest employer, that is after community services and trade. You know, that is one thing that this industry is doing to the economy here. Earlier, I had the Premier Stan Matavata profusely appealing to the mining captains to invest more, especially on the flagship development projects in Limpopo, your Musina Makado economic zone, your infrastructure, your water projects. You know, he was profusely appealing to these people. That is how pivotal, that is how essential this industry is. But of course, there came Gwede Mantashe. He was shooting from the hip, you know, without caring whose cow is being God. He talked about the industry having to create black capitalists. You know, when he said that, I was like, my goodness, this is controversial, but he's saying that this will help to create a class of black wealthy people who will create jobs for people. He also talked about the industry having to employ primarily local people more than foreign people, for that will help to curb unemployment. But of course, as I said, you know, is this industry investing in economies, in communities, especially the mining communities? Why is there so much unrest? Is there any social investments, capital investment, capital formation in those communities? For now, I'm joined here by Hoshi Malisela to talk to me about what they're seeing as leaders in those communities. Hoshi, thank you so much for your time. Talk to me about what you're seeing in communities. Are these mines investing in your community? As a traditional leader, as a community leader, do you see these mines investing in your communities?
No, there is very little that is happening. There's just very little that is happening. You go to Skukune, you see how those people are suffering. You go to Blouberg and you see how those people are suffering. You go to Waterberg, and those are key nodal points where these mining activities are. Yeah. But you see those people are suffering, and they will tell you that, Hosh, we don't have resources here because the mine is here, but we have never seen anything here. Yeah. We haven't received anything for long that we've been here, but we didn't receive anything. We are not getting anything, but the mine still is here operating. Trucks are here going up and down. You go to Palabora, trucks are there going up and down, coming from Palabora into Mozambique. But those people will tell you, why do you want us to keep quiet? Because we have these problems. But now, there's one positive story that I've heard when we were listening there, when they were talking about the bridge that they are building at Ramalegan. Well, it's good. That bridge has been there for long, and people have been suffering with that bridge. But now, because now they are saying they are going to build that bridge anew, then I think those people will say we are seeing something here today. In the Mogalakwena, we have heard that they are going to build a clinic. Those people will say today, now we are seeing something here. But these mines must contribute to the communities that are staying there. They can't just receive dust and soil and not getting resources.
But then the fact that there's lack of investment, doesn't that speak to the fact that most of these mining companies don't have headquarters in mining provinces such as Limpopo?
That may be one of the problems, and a serious contributing factor, because you can't go to them here in Polokwane. You'll have to go to Johannesburg. They will tell you about Santon and all those. But these people will always say, because as traditional leaders, we sometimes go to them as the house and say, but why are you disturbing the mining activities in this area? Then you'll understand when they complain about all what is happening in their area, that no unemployment, no services, no resources, no water. But they will tell you, look, here is a pipeline that is going to the mine. What are we drinking here? Because the dam is here with us. But we are not drinking this water. The water is being used by the mine there. You see?
There's also unrest in communities where there are mines. Now mines have become a bit of a curse instead of being a blessing. As community leaders, what are you doing to try and stop this?
You know, as I'm saying, we are always talking to some of the community leaders. There are traditional leaders now who are not staying in their communities. They are staying in town here. Because communities say, you are keeping quiet while we are suffering because of this mine. Yeah. When they go to the mine will say, no, we are giving money to the traditional leader. The traditional leader will tell you, which money? We don't have money. But what do you say to the communities? Then that's a source of unrest. So that is why I'm saying there are about 4 traditional leaders who are not staying in their communities because of those things that are happening at the mines.
Hoshi, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, Nombo. That is what, I think that was quite instructive, talking to us about what is happening on the ground. I think that is important. Conferences are just talking heads, but what is happening on the ground is the reality on the ground. Of course, this conference started today and it ends tomorrow. Nombo.
Thanks very much, Lutendo, for that report.